I will program these individuals to stay unstructured and unbalanced.
Alright. This is Hector Canales bringing you a quick unboxing review of the 2022 Mattel WWE Elite Collection Survivor Series The Ultimate Warrior. You've got a great clear view of not just the action figure that you're buying, but all the accessories that he comes with, including the two heads of Rick Rude from 1997, D-Generation X. And on the back, you've got an action shot of the Ultimate Warrior running to the ring, and a small little bio of what he's supposed to be depicting, and at the bottom, you've got all the figures in this series that you can collect. There are two reasons I got this Ultimate Warrior: the ravishing Rick Rude heads, and it's the 1990 Survivor Series Ultimate Warrior. During this time, I was the biggest die-hard WWF fan out there. As I always do, I did a little bit of research and I pulled out my old WWF magazine and I compared it to the quote on the back. Once WrestleMania opponents, Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan teamed to become the sole survivors of Survivor Series 1990. So I was ready to pop out with my Hulk Hogan. The problem is, the gear that he has on is from the first Survivor Series match that he had that same event, where he teamed up with the Texas Tornado, the Legion of Doom, as the Warriors, where he wore this attire. At the end, he put on those trunks right there to team up with Hulk Hogan and Tito Santana. So now that we got this misunderstanding out of the way,
let's address the elephant missing in the room. Where's his championship belt?
now let's unbox it. I'm noticing they're adding in extra tape here. Let's smell them. And that smells fantastic. And here are Ultimate Warrior's accessories: 2 closed fists, 2 open fists, a mustachioed Rick Rude, and a bearded Rick Rude. I do love the detail on this and the likeness. This looks great. I wasn't planning on getting the rest of these figures, but I need to get the rest of the body for this Rick Rude so I could match him up with my NWO figures. And here is the Ultimate Warrior. The detail is pretty great on the whole attire. And then look at the back of the trunks. I had to pause it. Check it out. The only survivor. That is pretty badass. But once you get to the boots, I'm sorry, they look like crap. And that's not the only thing that looks like crap. Check out the likeness on his face. I know Ultimate Warrior Jim Hellwig had some serious chompers, but he looks like a beaver, like a cartoonish beaver. The rest of it looks fine. It looks pretty darn good. Like from the neck to his knees, look great. But that head, if you could do a head swap, go for it. His hair looks great. The tassels are, I mean, they're hard to get correctly when they're made out of plastic this way. His wrist wraps with the little Warrior logos are fantastic. The trunks, the knee pads look great. But then once you get down to the, like I said, the boots, that looks like crap. You guys know the articulation at the head, shoulder, G.I. Joe swivel arm, double jointed elbows, big articulation at the wrist, ab articulation, waist, hip, thigh, double jointed knees, boot, and then not so much ankle. But that's what's to expect from these Mattel figures. One of the things that these Mattel figures, especially the throwback figures, where they disappoint me is the tans. They never get the tans Right, except for this time, they gave Hulk Hogan the correct tan. During this time, the Ultimate Warrior is trying to match up to the level that Hulk Hogan brought the WWF. So he was hanging and bagging in the gym, and he was hanging and bagging in the sun. He was pretty tanned himself. Yet, this figure doesn't show it. On my final analysis, don't get this guy. Unless you're ready to customize his head and those tassels from his boots. Otherwise, honestly, save your money. Invest into an Ultimate Warrior that looks badass. This guy, he could have been. But he's missing his white strapped championship belt. That head, those tassels, nah. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you've customized this guy. Because that's what I'm going to have to do.
The power you possess comes from drinking the sweat from the devil's armpit. Ultimate Warrior, what you gonna do when Hulkamania and the Ultimate Challenge destroys you?